Right, well, I have reached a level where I think I can show off or update everyone on the build, the progress of the build. And so, I was running, here's our ascendancies, I'm missing my 4th ascendancy because I've been really unlucky with a a trial encounter in my maps. I haven't got an Uber invitation yet. I was running Ancestral Defiance, but I switched over to Ancestral Echo to give it a go, because I guess I was pretty confident this would work, but we had some comments saying that it wouldn't because there's a minimum distance you have to travel before your ancestral copy of yourself will proc. And so as you can see, no like shadow image of myself. But if I move a little bit, there's the shadow image. So that's the Ancestral Echo. And you don't, like my research did say about 2 steps. So I'd say like that's pretty accurate. But it does require, I guess, it's a bit fiddly. It is a bit clunky. When it procs, it does really improve the damage. But as you'll see, because of the lead-in node that gives 1 extra strike, you'll see the red versions pop up, and I've already got 2 of them, right? So I'll just clear this out so I can show you the skill tree. You'll see the blue copy, the Ancestral Echo, not doing a lot. What's really doing the heavy lifting is the red boys. Don't die. Alright, so what I'm talking about is this node, Ancestral Reach. I think this is probably, in my opinion, the best node on this ascendancy. It turns your Boneshatter from something that, you know, hits within a 2-meter radius to something that can start beating down mobs like around corners with that extra 50% further away. And so non-Val strike skills target 1 additional nearby enemy. That's the red shadow you're seeing. And I've also spec'd that here, so non-Val strike skills target 1 additional nearby enemy as well. So I'll get 2 red boys, essentially, working for me. And then, if you wanted to, you could take that a step further and replace the Tanuahi. You'll need some rare gloves that you can get your +1 Val strike on some rare gloves. You just need to influence them, which isn't too bad. And you can definitely get your attack speed and, you know, some nice armor and stuff, but you will miss adrenaline. As far as I know, I don't think you can proc that on rare gloves without some crazy crafting. The Onslaught, losing the Onslaught, not so bad because we will pick that up in the tree. Actually, I've already picked it up on this node here, Hatchet Master. You get 20% chance to gain Onslaught. So you will get Onslaught, and you have a higher chance of it actually. So I stack them because I like having Onslaught up almost continuously. But you will get 3 shadows, which is great for clear. So I just wanted to point that out. This build is far from complete. I am running 4th Val. I've got, like, my links are bad, my colors are bad, my gear is bad, but it's still out. We're still outputting about 1.5 DPS at the moment. 1.5 million DPS. I've got my 4th Val Divine Flesh set up. So most of the damage I'm taking is applying to my Chaos Resistance, which is almost capped. 80%'s the cap for me at the moment. Why is my resistance so bad? My resistance is low for some reason. Why is it low? Oh, I know. Here it is. Sorry. It's because I have 40% reduced effect of non-curse auras from skills, and a lot of my resistances come from Purity of Elements. So 32% of my res is coming from this aura, so it's affected by that map bot. I completely forgot that that's an interaction. So let's go find some more mobs, so we can see this. The blue and red boys coming up. Oh, hello. Abomination. So Spike My spike DPS is pretty high. I'm emitting that recoup from that other node. Yeah, when I'm up against a tough mob, or I want to really clear stuff out, I just hit number 2, which is my Oak Branch Tincture, which spams my Rage, and then I pair that with Berserk, and then if I really want to start hitting really hard, I put down my banner to make sure I'm not missing at all. Because accuracy is a little bit of a problem with this, because we don't have, I think it's untiring from the original Ascendancy for Juggernaut. But as you can see, the blue shadow not doing a lot. Like, it was really intended to help with the bosses or like really tough guys. Jeez, come on, orbs, get lost. Woo! I don't want them to hit me. Okay, we're good, we're good. Ooh, a sticky hit. Want that. My inventory is pretty full. Just like that. So just zoom around and like, you saw there. Like, I don't even have to be near the mobs now because of those red guys. It's great, I don't have to click like on the mob. They just die. That's the best thing. It feels so good. It feels so good. So, I guess I'll keep experimenting, but ultimately I think it makes sense not to keep this node. I think in the end I'll probably end up, we'll definitely get back to Defiance. We'll keep Ancestral Reach because I think it's way too OP not to take. And then it's kind of a toss-up between Toughen Skin, so it keeps your attack speed up, which is really helpful, or this. So we mark in our build, we use Poacher's Mark because it's super helpful, and the enemy has reduced physical damage reduction, so it helps just break through, and we get some bonus to physical damage versus these rares and uniques. And we get some extra leech and mana, which is super helpful in those prolonged fights. So we do mark, and we do critical hit strikes, because usually we would run precise technique, but we're not because of this ascendancy. So we will do critical strikes, we will mark enemies, which means we will get a Spirit of Rakiata, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and the bonus from Rakiata is attack speed. So that will increase our damage output as well. So I'll probably end up taking that node over the others, because I feel like once my gear is up to snuff, I don't really need Born Under Fire. I can live without Toughened Skin. I would kind of just like my bossing to be a little bit nicer, a bit faster. So I think I'll trial Spirit of Rakiata once I get my 4th Ascendancy. But for now, I'll keep experimenting with Ancestral Echo. Now, whether or not I make another video after this is another question. I'm not having a lot of fun in this event, mainly because I'm not a fan of the idol system. It's just, I'm stuck running content that I'm not enjoying, and so I don't know if I'll continue with this league, this event much longer. So we'll see. But I do rate my build. I think Ancestral Echo does work. It's only 2 steps. Like, there it is. So if you're messing around with a boss, dodging a little bit, you will proc it. You will do that extra damage, and it does make a big difference. But it is a little awkward, so I can, like, it's not as smooth as running basically anything else. So that's my 2 cents and the build update. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all next time.